22 years ago today, Jack Buck stepped to a microphone. It was something the Hall of Famer did often, but in this case, he wasn't describing action. He was speaking for a nation in the aftermath of one of the darkest days in American history. With the help of producer Andy Moeller, we look back on this story for tonight's Spotlight show.
Have you ever in a situation where Americans learned a possible hijack?
What? It's 737?
It what?
Like the World Trade Center. Who are you talking to?
It was a day when America froze in its tracks. A country shaken to its core, its people wanting to go home. The Cardinals from Milwaukee.
For people to think that it's okay to play sports this weekend is absolutely asinine.
The Rams were on their bye week, but the world's best golfers, including the best, Tiger Woods, were at Bellerive Country Club for the American Express Championship. The tournament was canceled.
Well, it's obviously very tough for everybody, and a lot of different emotions are running through us, and it's hard.
60 years ago, there had been this. Pearl Harbor.
December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy.
Franklin Roosevelt's words were the lasting soundtrack of that lost time. But what about in the aftermath of the crumbled World Trade Center, the Pentagon, a burning field in Pennsylvania? We were still 7 weeks away from President George W. Bush's dramatic first pitch at the World Series. In St. Louis, 2 weeks away from 68-year-old Army veteran Jim Hanifin running out carrying Old Glory. But baseball resumed 6 days after the 9/11 attacks. The Cardinals were back at Busch Stadium. The turnout defiant and cathartic, patriotism at its highest ebb. All that was needed was a voice.
I don't know about you, but as for me, the question has already been answered. Should we be here? Yes.
At the moment the country needed it most, a 77-year-old Purple Heart recipient verbalized its pain, anger, and resolve on national television.
War is just not our nature. We won't start, but we will end the fight. As our fathers did before, we shall win this unwanted war, and our children will enjoy the future we'll be giving.
It took my breath away. I cried. It was the best patriotic thing I've seen in a long time.
Overwhelming pride, a sense of sadness, and jubilation. That's the easiest way I can describe it.
Less than a year later, Jack Buck passed away. But 22 years after he spoke, the patriotism that flowed from his heart lives on.
From sea to shining sea. That's rather appropriate to these times, isn't it?